What is up guys, it's the Big X Gamer here, and I know I haven't done a proper video in a while. I've done a couple of streams, but in today's video I'm going to talk about if there was a Bioshock 4, what kind of vigors or plasmids would I like to see. Now I know technically that it will be Bioshock 3, but for the sake of this video and because it will be the 4th installment in the Bioshock franchise, I'm just going to call it Bioshock 4. Now I know most likely that in Bioshock 4 they won't be called vigors or plasmids, but that doesn't really matter. For today I'm just going to call them plasmids because, you know, that's the classic, innit? But yeah, I'm just going to be going through some ideas that I've been thinking of and that other people have suggested in like the streams and that. So yeah, let's get started. Now the first one was actually a suggestion from Brendan in my stream. It was actually similar to Insect Swarm from the original Bioshock and also Murder of Crows, which you can see on screen here. And really, like both of them, you know, you shoot insects at the person, like the splicer, and then, you know, they get attacked by them. And also with the crows, you shoot crows at someone and then they get attacked by the crows. And Brendan had this same idea, but instead of the birds or the insects, it was actually bats instead, because, you know, they're doing all flying kind of stuff, so why not bats? It's kind of creepy, you know, bats are a bit creepy and would fit in with the vibe. The next one we can pretty much assume that is going to be in Bioshock 4 would actually be an electric plasmid or vigor, and it's because in the last games there was always either Electro Bolt or Shock Jockey, so I don't think they're gonna pass on making another one in this Bioshock. I've always found the electric plasmids very helpful, so I'll be happy to welcome it back into the franchise. Another one which I think is actually really important and a lot of people use is actually a fire type plasmid. So obviously in the first Bioshock there was Incinerate. That was really good, you know, you just kind of clicked your finger and then the person you were looking at kind of set on fire. And then also in Bioshock Infinite there's actually Devil's Kiss, where you throw these kind of fireballs at people and they set alight. And you can also use it as a trap as well, obviously, where you just throw a ball at the ground and then it will stay there until an enemy walks on top of it. Another vigor that was actually not in the main Bioshock Infinite game was actually Peeping Tom, and I thought that vigor was really helpful. You know, you just went invisible when using it, and it was actually really cool, so I think it would be really awesome if they could include it in the next Bioshock game, because, you know, that's probably one of my favourite plasmids, because it was just so cool and different from what we usually saw. With Peeping Tom as well, you could also just click it once, so you just use one of them tiny bars, and you could actually see through walls to see where splicers were ready for an attack. So it was really helpful. It really helped you strategize on how you were going to take the level, and yeah, it was just really good. Now another vigor that I thought was really good in Bioshock Infinite was actually Undertow. I know not a lot of people really use this, but I actually really enjoy it. I think it's one of my favourite plasmids, purely because it's so helpful in the setting. Because like Bioshock Infinite is in the sky, loads of big buildings in a city in the sky, and like with Undertow you can literally just push anyone off easy. Obviously you can't push the like big bosses off, but with Undertow you can just literally shoot enemies off of the side of buildings, and I'd really like to see this in the new Bioshock if it happens. But to be honest, I don't know how they would incorporate it. They would probably need to change it up a bit if the setting was like underground or something, but I just want to see it return in any way. Another one that I would like to see return is actually Telekinesis from Bioshock. I actually didn't use this a lot in the first playthroughs that I did of Bioshock, but it's only recently that I've started to realise how good of a plasmid this is you can just easily stop rockets from shooting at you and just throw them back at the turrets, and it's just really damn helpful for taking down big daddies when there's like canisters around and stuff. And yeah, that's why I want to see it return. Now the next one I actually kind of don't want to see in the next Bioshock, but I'm actually putting this in here because it was actually a really cool idea, I think. It's just that it was a bad plasmid, and that was actually Gravity Well from Bioshock 2. Now, I say this wasn't a good plasmid because, you know, all it really did was toss people around and then just explode and do a bit of damage. But the amount of damage this did just wasn't enough, and that's what made the plasmid bad, because it just didn't do enough damage, so it wasn't really helpful. It was kind of just like a whimsical plasmid that I put in there for fun. But yeah, I just like this idea. It would have been good if they had increased the damage, but I liked the idea of it, so I thought if they can add more good ideas like this into the next Bioshock, that'd be awesome. So that's going to be it from me, guys. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos on Bioshock and a possible Bioshock 4 in the future. And also, guys, make sure to leave in the comments what you think they should put into Bioshock 4, like plasmids, guns, all the stuff like that, because it would be cool to see what you guys think. Also, guys, I've actually got a new PC now, so I'll be making a lot more videos, I reckon, because, you know, it's faster rendering times on my videos, and it'll just be a whole lot quicker to make altogether. So, guys, thanks for watching, see you later, and peace.